And we rolling, guys. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Big Coach Leonard Parker, and this is the Big Coach Leonard Parker on-site interview. And today I'm at Istrouma High School, and I have Coach Sid Edwards and two of his senior ball players. Now these young men are going to be participating in a spring scrimmage coming up in about an hour. So they're going to be going live football play about an hour. So they're going to be playing Chalmet. Chalmet went 10-2 last year. Real good team coming in here with about 80 boys. And it's going to be a good scrimmage. It's going to be a good scrimmage. Coach Sid's our staff is going to really get to see where they're at and get a starting point. Coach, thank you for having me today.
Oh, it's my honor, always.
All right. Coach Sid them went 6-3 last year. Coach, can you give us a real recap of last year, going to 6-3? And my calculations, Coach, y'all possibly could have won 10 games last year.
You are correct, Coach. I mean, there's no doubt. We were right there. 2 points, 5 points, 4 points, first year in the program. And I was proud of the boys. They did really well. I think a big thing is we made it to the postseason. We won a playoff game. We traveled and then won, then lost in the second round. But it was an exciting year, and I was very pleased with what the young men did last year.
A lot of close games, like you said, the district played. Came up a little short right there for the district championship, made the playoffs. Can you tell me about the emotions of winning that playoff game, that first playoff game in Lafayette, and what it meant to your program? And then you turn around and pull the #1 team in the state for the second round of the playoff game. How did the kids feel about going to that game against St. Thomas More?
Well, with the first one, to win that playoff game's big. Half the teams, there's a bunch of teams that don't go to the playoffs, then half that play round one go home.
That's correct.
So the Indians were still alive, and that was big. We were very proud of that win, and it was a hard-fought win. Next week, you're right, we go to #1 in the state, St. Thomas More, who ended up winning the state championship. And although, we were beaten, we did not win that game, but the experience our kids got, for young men like this, that they got to have that experience is invaluable. We played, there was 10,000 people there. I mean, it was a pack. I mean, it's a college campus by all means. So for the boys at a 70805 to go over there and get the experience of that, they had more points than us when the score ended, but we won too.
That's all right. That's all right. And Coach, I'm gonna come back to you at the end after I talk to your seniors and just ask you what's your expectations of this year coming up and how y'all think y'all gonna do against Chalmet. Young men, I have two seniors here from Istrouma High School, and we'll start with the one that's closest to me. Say your name and say what position you play, and then I'll ask you a question.
My name is Walter Vessel, and I play nose guard.
Okay, and what do you think about last year, and what do you think about it going into this year? What was to expect from the Indians in 70805?
Last year it was like a good year. Actually, it was like the better year than we had the previous other year.
Freshman, sophomore year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like we had new coaches, everything. We was excited. We was doing better, better last time, winning more. But it's like still need a little more discipline.
Mm-hmm. So how you think y'all gonna do this year?
This year,
using last year as a springboard.
This year, I really don't know because still sometimes kind of foolishness a little bit still to work on.
Mm-hmm.
And since we got like new coaches, they still gotta work with them and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And today'll be a good start.
Yeah.
Today'll give you a good start to find out where y'all at for next year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. My next senior.
My name is Jalen Banks. I'm about to play defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
And based off last season, it was my first season playing with, Istrouma.
Okay.
Because I came from, Texas, whatever.
All right.
And based off last season, I had a pretty good year, and we as a team had a pretty good year. And probably the only thing I probably say we have to fix going into this year, is probably our discipline and not joking around so much. Just stay locked in.
Okay. So what do you think that you're gonna do coming up this year? What are some goals for yourself?
Just do my assignment. Just whatever my coach tell me to do, stay key to what he tell me, and believe in my coaches, whatever. Cause I know they're gonna set me up to succeed.
That's all right. So Coach Sid, looking at this year coming up, what a dynamic year y'all had last year. Came into the district. The district was basically Plaquemine, West Feliciana.
Right.
It did not happen that way. And I didn't talk to both of those coaches. And I said, what surprised? And both of them said that district was competitive. McKinley was competitive. Istrouma was competitive. St. Michael's was competitive. It wasn't no two team runaway. So what do you think about this year going into the district? And how do you think y'all gonna fare well and do?
I think a lot of the same. I think that there's a lot of teams in our district that are getting better, and they're not also Rams. They're in the conversation for that district title. I think we're going to do well. There's a lot of questions going into this year because we finished the year with 38 players. 19 of them moved on. So that gives me 19 back, plus some of the young kids that are coming up. So we're going to get a lot of questions answered today. I think you said it. Today is a baseline to see what's our starting point going to be. But I am very hopeful. We got some fine young men, and they're working hard. And I'm looking forward to see. I'm looking forward to the summer. So much gets done. So much gets done in the summer.
That weight room.
Yes, sir. But I feel good about where we headed.
Well, this has been Big Coach Leonard Parker on a Big Coach Leonard Parker on-site interview at Istrouma High with Coach Sid Edwards and two of his seniors. And they're going to get their start this year. They're going to hit the weights. They got 7-on-7 this summer. And that's the process. If you can go, it's so much improvement you can do when you hit the weights and have your 7-on-7. And real tough spring football game starting in an hour. So we're going to shut this interview down, and I want to see how they're going to do in this spring football game. This is Big Coach Leonard Parker signing off. All right, thank y'all, guys.
Good job.
I'm gonna give y'all a card, and if you look on the back of my card, let me cut this off.